All right, thank you, Nita. Well, of all the stories that we do, I don't think anything affects more people here in San Diego than the price of real estate. And as the new year starts, time for us to get the new outlook. Louie Ortiz joins us from the Century 21 Award Group. He's with the Ortiz Group and an expert on San Diego real estate. Take us through the last 6 months to a year, and then we'll talk about where we go from here.
Oh, hi, Mark. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very nice to be here. Well, it's been a very interesting real estate market here in San Diego, and there's been quite a bit of inventory the last year, and what most of the economists are predicting is that the upcoming year will be fairly flat with perhaps a very slight decrease.
Now, when you say a lot of inventory, that basically means there's more houses available for people to buy, and what does that do? They stay on the market longer, and then what happens?
Yeah, there's been actually, since last year, we're looking at about a double the amount of time that most houses are on the market before they sell. It also, right now, there's been a little bit of a decrease in 2007 for the amount of inventory. But what that means is it's a great time for buyers. For people wanting to buy a home, there's a tremendous amount of selection. They have a little bit more negotiation power. So.
All right, so when we look at decreases in the price of real estate around San Diego, that's pretty regional, is it not? I mean,
Yes.
It kind of really depends on which neighborhood you're talking about.
It really does. It not only depends on the zip code that you're in, but also it depends on the type of home, whether it's a condo or a single-family home, detached. There's been a little bit of less value in condos recently than in detached homes.
Now, what do we see then in terms of rates? Because I imagine rates affect how a lot of people feel about whether they get into the market or not, on top of the price of the homes.
Right. Well, nobody really knows for certain, but most of the experts seems to agree that there will be a slight decrease in short-term rates by the end of September 2007.
Now, that's short-term rates, so that affects what, the variable rate interest loans?
Yes.
Okay.
And the long-term rates, they say, will be pretty flat, but none of us really know. We'll just have to wait and see how the market goes.
Now, when we say pretty flat, at this point, how are they historically? Are they still low? I mean, because
Yes.
we heard about these historic lows, and then the talk about rates kind of quieted down.
Yeah, no, rates are still very low compared to what they were years ago, and it's still a great time to get into the market. And another interesting thing with real estate is that no one has really ever lost money in real estate in San Diego County as long as they've maintained their property for 10 years.
So who kind of stands at risk right now? Is it the speculators, the folks that got in like within the last year or so, thinking they might still be able to ride the market up a little bit?
Well, where it's been a little tough for people that have bought houses maybe in the last year or so, looking to maybe flip a house and such, because homes have gone down a little bit. Those people are finding that they're going to have to make a little bit of adjustments in their pricing to sell those homes. But if people hang on to their houses, everyone still does very, very well in real estate.
All right, so take us through the next 6 months to a year. What do we think?
Well, most of the experts are predicting that it'll be fairly calm and flat. The U.S. housing market, they predict, will pretty much be flat nationwide and local here in San Diego.
Now, are people still coming here to San Diego? Are they flocking here in record numbers?
Mark, it's just incredible. You know, all of us live here in San Diego. You know, I had family in town from out of New Mexico area, and the weather here, there's just so much that San Diego has to offer that just San Diego is just an amazing real estate market.
So the demand is still here.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of the wild card thing that we say, even though the prices are high and rates may go up, there's still people that want to come here.
Absolutely. San Diego is just a paradise to live.
Louie Ortiz, it's the Ortiz Group.
Yes.
And we'll have more information at fox6.com.
Great.
Thanks for coming in, giving us the outlook for 2007.